All right, good morning, everyone. This is Reginald or Reg, the insurance fellow, and I want to wish everybody here a happy Labor Day. September 1st, 2025. It's hard to believe that we are in the ninth month of the year. We only have like 122 days before 2026 is here. And also, something that's near and dear to my heart is that September is also Life Insurance Awareness Month. So I urge each of you, have those conversations with your family, even if it's the hard ones, because all too many times that time comes and that decision isn't had, and then some very tough decisions have to be made. Let's get ahead of it. And throughout the month of September, I will be sending reminders for everyone just to educate people on why it's so very important. The other thing I want to share with you is that I know that some of my business partners and I, we meet every Monday, and one of the things that we do is we read from the Maxwell Daily Reader. I'm very big, very huge fan of John C. Maxwell and all of his readings. So it's definitely something I want to share. And I didn't write any of this stuff, although I am a writer and I've ghostwritten in the past, and I've co-written with some people. But this is stuff is good for personal and professional development. September 1st. We think about friends and friendship and why that is so very important. But the title for this passage is If Your Friends Aren't Friends, Make New Friends. And for many people, that may be the very hardest thing to do because the one saying that I've heard in the past is that you don't really lose friends over the years, just kind of find out who your friends really are. Let's delve into this passage quickly. I won't keep you long, just to give you something to think about as you start the first of the month. Passage reads as follows. If the people close to you are dragging you down, then it may be time to make some changes. Speaker Joe Larson remarked, "My friends didn't believe that I could become a successful speaker, so I did something about it. I went out and found me some new friends." When you really think about it, the things that matter most are the relationships we develop. Remember, you may build a beautiful house, but it will eventually crumble. You may develop a fine career, but one day it will be over. You may make a great sum of money, but you can't take it with you. You may be in superb health today, but in time, it will decline. You may take pride in your accomplishments, but someone will surpass you. Discouraged? Don't be. For the one thing that really matters lasts forever, your friendships. Life is too long to spend it with people who pull you in the wrong direction. And it's too short not to invest in others. Your relationships will define you, and they will influence your talent one way or the other. Choose wisely. This is coming from Talent is Never Enough. And the final note, if people close to you aren't adding value to your life, consider making some new friends. This doesn't really tell you what to do with life, but it is to get all of us to see when changes need to be made, perhaps that we should go ahead and make them. Because change happens either when we initiate that change ourselves, whether we heard enough to where we gotta change, whether we know enough to where we gotta change. But the change rests within us. Having the right people in your life is critical in the things that you want to do. To achieve your optimal, you can't do the minimum, or you cannot have people around you who are just interested in the minimum. And it is true. You're the common denominator of the people that you're around. And it is true what they say. If you want to succeed, you've got to be around people who want that too. or that can teach you how to succeed. If you want to fail, then there are people around there that can help you do that too. And what I'm getting at is, it really is true. Our proximity to what we want in life has a lot to do with who we're around. It would be unfair to say that it's strictly on skills and qualifications and abilities. A lot of times it is people. Everything we do centers around people. There's not a lot we can do without the help of people. That's why this is so important. You want to have people who are going to support you, and people who are going to go to bat for you, and people who are going to want to see you win. If you want the best possible life for yourself that you can have, this is what you want. You want to have the right friends and associates in your life. You have too much to do to not have the right people with you. I always learn this quote and I always go by it. I defend who besides me, I defend who is beside me, and I protect who's behind me. And I think that's something that's very important. I'll leave you with this last note, and we're going to go ahead and conclude this. Anything you want out of life, remember, what you're fighting for has to be stronger than the obstacle that is in front of you. So understand that, if nothing else. And as on this first day of September, as you are looking at what the rest of the year is going to look like and how that's going to look like for you and your family. I don't like to bring religion in very much, but I thought it was really nice, church. But at the end of the message, there's two questions that were asked. What is this saying to you? That's the first question. And what are you going to do about it? I challenge myself as well as you to ask those two same questions. What is this saying to you? And what are you going to do about it? This is Reggie Insurance Fellow. Happy Labor Day to you and your family. This is the start of Life Insurance Awareness Month. And if you're interested in reading books, especially ones that will help you personally and professionally, I definitely highly recommend John C. Maxwell, best reader. Love it, love it, love it. I can't take credit for the good stuff that they're doing. It is all them, and I'm thankful for the people who brought me to that. And I want to publicly thank the Core Insurance or the Core Financial Professional Group. Got some pretty outstanding leaders there, and I'll shout them out real quick. Mr. Joshua, Mr. Sharnetta, they're wonderful people. And there's a whole group of teams that are throughout different states. And I want to personally thank them all for allowing me to be a part of your team each and every day. Let's take care of families. This is something we must do. Families need what we have. But more importantly, you need people who care about others and are going to make sure that their needs are being met. So people can rest a little easier at night, knowing that they've done something to take care of their future, to take care of their generational wealth, and also a little something for their peace of mind. Thank you so much. Have a great day.